There are places on our planet that feel untouched by the rush of the modern world. Here, time does not tick by in seconds and minutes. Instead, it is measured by the rising sun and the slow wheeling of the stars across a vast, dark sky. Botswana is such a place. It is a land of immense open spaces where the horizon seems to stretch into eternity. The air itself feels ancient, filled with the scent of dry earth and wild sage. A gentle wind whispers across the golden grasses, carrying stories that are as old as the continent itself. It is a landscape that commands silence and demands patience. To stand here is to feel profoundly small, a solitary figure in a world that is overwhelmingly grand. The grasslands roll on and on, a sea of pale gold under a brilliant blue sky. Acacia trees, with their flat tops and thorny branches, stand like lonely sentinels against the endless expanse. Far in the distance, a storm is gathering. Great bruised clouds build upon one another, their dark bellies promising the life-giving rain that the land so desperately craves. This is a world of dramatic contrasts, of stark beauty and untamed power, where nature's grand theatre unfolds each and every day. The silence here is not empty. It is a living, breathing presence, filled with a million tiny sounds. You can hear the rustle of the wind through the tall, dry stalks of grass. The distant hum of insects creates a constant, low-frequency chorus that underscores the stillness. Every so often, a bird's sharp call will cut through the air, a brief, clear note in the immense quiet. This is the sound of a world in perfect balance, a delicate symphony where every element plays its part. It is a place that invites you to simply stop, to listen, and to feel the deep, steady pulse of the wild. As daylight begins to fade, the land transforms. The sun sinks low, painting the clouds in fiery shades of orange, pink, and deep purple. The world is cast in a soft, ethereal light, and long shadows stretch across the plains like dark fingers. The temperature drops, and a cool breeze begins to stir. This is the magic hour, a time of transition when the creatures of the day seek shelter and the hunters of the night begin to stir. A sense of anticipation hangs in the air, a quiet tension that speaks of the drama about to unfold under the cover of darkness. The wild is holding its breath. If you've enjoyed this journey into Botswana's wild beauty, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more breathtaking adventures and stories from the heart of nature. Join us as we continue to explore the wonders of our world together. Out of the heat haze they appear. At first, they are just grey, shapeless forms, moving with a slow, deliberate rhythm. Then they resolve into a family of elephants, the true giants of this land. They move not with haste, but with a deep, unhurried grace that seems to defy their immense size. Their great, wrinkled hides are dusted with the red soil of the plains. Each footfall is placed with care, a soft, muffled thud on the dry earth. They are a moving mountain range, a procession of ancient souls making their way across their ancestral home, their pace set by the oldest matriarch. The leader of the herd, a wise old female, guides her family with an unseen wisdom. Her large ears fan gently back and forth, catching the slightest sound and cooling her in the afternoon heat. A young calf walks close beside its mother, its small trunk occasionally reaching out to touch her reassuringly. They communicate in sounds too low for us to hear, a series of deep rumbles that vibrate through the ground itself. It is a language of connection, of family, a constant reassurance that they are together in this vast and sometimes dangerous world. Their bonds are powerful, forged over generations. They move towards a grove of mopane trees, their destination for an afternoon meal. The large bull of the group reaches up with his powerful trunk, effortlessly tearing a branch from a high limb. He chews slowly, his eyes half closed in contentment. The others follow his lead, stripping leaves and bark with methodical precision. There is no greed, no rush. They take only what they need, their presence a part of the natural cycle of growth and decay. In their wake, they leave behind open pathways and disperse seeds, shaping the very landscape they inhabit. As the sun dips lower, their great, dark shapes become silhouettes against the fiery sky. Their slow, rhythmic journey is a testament to the endurance of life in this challenging environment. They are living symbols of Africa's untamed spirit, powerful yet gentle, immense yet vulnerable. Watching them move across the land is like watching a living poem unfold. It is a reminder of a world that operates on a different timescale, where patience is a virtue, and the journey is just as important as the destination. They are the true heart of this wild place. Where the dry plains give way, a different world appears. This is the Okavango Delta, a miracle of water in a thirsty land. Here, crystal-clear rivers wind like silver ribbons through a maze of green islands and lush floodplains. The water flows slowly, silently, carrying with it the lifeblood of this entire ecosystem. Papyrus reeds, tall and dense, line the banks, their feathery tops swaying gently in the breeze. Water lilies in brilliant shades of white and purple float on the surface, their petals opening to the morning sun. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers. The soundscape here is transformed. The deep silence of the savannah is replaced by a chorus of life. The gentle lapping of water against the reeds provides a constant soothing rhythm. The loud grunting call of a hippopotamus echoes across the channels, a warning of its immense power hidden just beneath the surface. Kingfishers dart like brilliant blue jewels, their sharp cries piercing the air before they dive for a meal. The constant chirping of frogs and the buzz of dragonflies create a rich tapestry of sound. It is a world that sings with vitality, a testament to the power of water to create abundance. Life here is in constant graceful motion. A herd of lechwe, a type of antelope perfectly adapted to this watery world, bounds through the shallow floodplains. Their powerful hind legs send arcs of water spraying into the air with every leap. They move with an elegance and speed that seems almost impossible in the marshy terrain. In the deeper channels, a crocodile lies perfectly still, only its eyes and nostrils visible above the water. It is a creature of immense patience, a silent hunter waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Every being here has found its own unique way to thrive. As evening approaches, the waterways take on a magical quality. The setting sun reflects off the water's surface, turning it into a sheet of liquid gold. The sounds of the day begin to fade, replaced by the calls of nocturnal creatures. A Pell's fishing owl, a rare and elusive hunter, lets out its deep, booming hoot from the branch of a jackalberry tree. The water, which brings so much life during the day, becomes a place of mystery and danger at night. The delta is a world of two faces, both beautiful and unforgiving, governed by the timeless cycle of the sun and the moon. In the shade of a sausage tree, the apex predators of this land find respite from the midday sun. A pride of lions lies scattered across the cool sandy earth. They are the very embodiment of power at rest. Their tawny coats blend perfectly with the dry grass, making them almost invisible from a distance. A large male, his magnificent dark mane framing a scarred face, yawns widely, revealing a formidable set of teeth. He is the king of this domain, and his presence commands respect. The lionesses doze nearby, their muscles twitching in their sleep, perhaps dreaming of the hunt to come. The cubs, however, are full of restless energy. They are a bundle of playful mischief, tumbling over one another in mock battles. One chews on the tuft of its father's tail until a low growl warns it to stop. Another stalks its own sibling, its body low to the ground, practicing the skills that will one day make it a deadly hunter. Their play is more than just a game. It is a vital part of their education. Through these interactions, they learn the rules of the pride, test their strength, and hone the instincts that will ensure their survival in this competitive world. As the air begins to cool, a change comes over the pride. The laziness of the afternoon gives way to a focused alertness. The lead lioness rises, stretches her long, powerful body, and lets out a soft call. One by one, the other females rise to join her. They greet each other by rubbing heads, reinforcing the social bonds that make them such a formidable hunting unit. The male watches them, his golden eyes sharp and intelligent. He knows his role is to protect the pride and their territory, while the lionesses are the primary providers. The hunt begins not with a roar, but with a silent, coordinated movement. The lionesses fan out, using the cover of darkness and the contours of the land to their advantage. They move with a stealth and grace that is truly breathtaking. Every step is deliberate, every muscle controlled. They are a team, communicating with subtle glances and flicks of their ears. There's a palpable tension in the air, the quiet before the storm. The fate of a nearby herd of zebra now hangs in the balance, dependent on the skill, strength, and perfect timing of these magnificent hunters. The people of Botswana have lived in harmony with this wild landscape for countless generations. They understand its rhythms, its dangers, and its gifts in a way that outsiders never could. Their connection to the land is not one of ownership, but of kinship. They see the animals not as resources to be exploited, but as fellow inhabitants, each with its own spirit and purpose. Their villages are simple, built from the earth itself, and blend seamlessly into the surrounding bush. Life here is not driven by ambition or the accumulation of wealth, but by community and a deep respect for nature. A remarkable aspect of their way of life is their approach to work. For them, the day is not structured around a long and arduous schedule. Instead, they work for perhaps only 2 hours each day, gathering what they need from the land or tending to their small herds. This is all that is required to provide for their families. The rest of the day is their own, It is a time for storytelling, for music, for being with family, and for simply observing the world around them. It is a life of profound simplicity and contentment, free from the stresses that define so much of the modern world. Children grow up with the wilderness as their playground and their classroom. They learn to identify animal tracks in the dust, to know which plants are edible and which are medicinal. They listen to the elders tell stories of the clever jackal and the mighty elephant, tales that are filled with moral lessons and a deep understanding of animal behavior. This knowledge is passed down from one generation to the next, not through books, but through direct experience and oral tradition. It is an education that fosters a deep and lasting connection to their natural heritage. This way of life, so deeply intertwined with the natural world, offers a powerful lesson. It suggests that it is possible to live a rich and fulfilling life without constantly striving for more. It shows that true wealth may not be found in possessions, but in time. Time to connect with loved ones, time to appreciate the beauty of the world, and time to live in balance with the environment that sustains us. The people of Botswana are not just inhabitants of this land. They are its keepers, its conscience, and a living reminder of a more sustainable and harmonious way of being. As night falls completely, the sky over Botswana transforms into a breathtaking spectacle. With no city lights to dim their brilliance, the stars emerge in their millions. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of diamonds, a celestial echo of the Okavango Delta below. The air grows cold and still, and the sounds of the night become sharp and clear. The distant whooping call of a hyena carries on the wind, a sound that is both chilling and an integral part of this wild symphony. It is a time when the land reveals its most ancient and mysterious self. This is a world governed by cycles. The cycle of day and night, of the wet and dry seasons, and the ultimate cycle of life and death. In the grasslands, a herd of wildebeest grazes peacefully under the moon, their dark forms moving like shadows. They are ever watchful, their survival dependent on their ability to sense the approach of a predator. The hunt we witnessed earlier is not an act of cruelty. It is a vital part of this intricate web. The lion's success means survival for its pride, and it ensures that only the strongest of the herd will live on to reproduce. Every element here is connected. The elephants shape the landscape, creating grasslands where the antelope can graze. The grazing of the antelope prevents the bush from becoming too thick, which in turn helps the lions to hunt. The life-giving rains, carried on the thunderclouds, replenish the rivers that sustain all living things. It is a delicate and complex system, perfected over millions of years of evolution. To disturb one part of the system is to risk unraveling the whole. The survival of this wilderness depends on this intricate balance remaining intact. To witness this world is to feel a profound sense of connection to something larger than oneself. It is to understand that humanity is not separate from nature, but an intrinsic part of it. The rhythms of Botswana, the slow walk of the elephant, the patient wait of the crocodile, the short workday of its people, speak of a different way of living. It is a life measured not in productivity, but in presence. Here, in this vast and ancient land, the unbroken circle of life continues, a powerful and humbling reminder of the enduring beauty and wisdom of the wild.